Despite today's sell-off in the markets, one of the few stocks ending higher today was Apple. Shares there up 0.25%. That's not much, but when the rest of the market's down 300, it is. That comes after another round of pressure from a well-known activist investor about what Apple should do for shareholders like him with its massive pile of cash. Josh Lipton has more.
You can say this about Carl Icahn. He's consistent. The billionaire investor has repeatedly urged Apple to buy back more of its stock. This morning, he was at it again. In an open letter to Apple's CEO Tim Cook, Icahn first praised Cook as the, quote, ideal CEO. Then the activist investor told Cook what he's doing wrong. Icahn says that Apple shares are massively undervalued and worth $203 a share, 2 times the current price. He says the company should buy back more stock.
Nobody's smart enough to know when do you buy at the bottom and when don't you. And, hey, I'm not telling Apple go spend $100 billion tomorrow and buy the stock. I am saying this is a great opportunity to buy this company. And, hey, I'm not going to pick the day you buy it.
In response to Icahn, Apple says it's already aggressively executing the largest capital return program in corporate history. On July 22nd, when Apple last reported results, the company said it had returned $74 billion to shareholders. It plans to return $130 billion. So what's Icahn's real motivation here? Analysts say the activist, who owns 53 million shares of Apple, obviously wants to see the stock move higher. Buybacks could help.
I think the simple biggest motivation for the letter is that Icahn is fearful that investors are going to sell Apple shares after the big iPhone 6 release quarters. And ultimately, he's trying to lay the groundwork that this is a story to own for the longer term.
While Munster doesn't see the stock going as high as $203, he does agree with Icahn that Apple should buy back more stock, and he says that could be announced next spring. But he says Tim Cook probably won't be looking to Icahn for guidance about when or how to return more cash to shareholders. For Nightly Business Report, I'm Josh Lipton in Silicon Valley.